Hello everybody, happy Sentinels Tuesday. Before I get to introducing the game, I wanted to talk a little bit about where these videos are going to go. I've mentioned before that I have a spreadsheet, quote-unquote, that has all the characters on it, and I'm using that to track how often I get things. You know, I started off just rolling everything randomly. Now I'm trying to get each hero variant, each villain, not so much each villain variant, and each environment from both Cauldron and the base game of Sentinels of the Multiverse in these videos at least once. So I'm trying to mix in a lot more Cauldron than I usually do. I'm trying to go through the heroes that I've played the least and add their variants in, and that's how I'm picking things right now. I'm also trying to get through the various custom heroes that have shown up both in Adelpha Phage's archives and in the Sentinels custom decks. I think it's called Community Custom Decks DLC by Stuffalo. I'll put a link to that in the description. That's where the geisha came from. I don't know if I mentioned that in her video, but that's where today's hero comes from, and it is H.E.R.O, or the Hyper Emergency Response Operative. Seeking the need to handle dangers when a superhero was not available, Dr. Stinson began working on Project H.E.R.O, a project dedicated to building the ultimate robotic hero. Unfortunately, she was unable to finish it on her own. It wasn't long until she heard of a young technopath by the name of Devra Caspit. Soon afterwards, Caspit joined Dr. Stinson at Ekin Rubendahl Laboratories. Together they worked on Project H.E.R.O and were able to complete it, and H.E.R.O was born. This was a hero designed by Koga, the guy who created the Sentinels card templates that I use for making my own decks, and this is from back in like 2012, which is why the backstory doesn't line up with anything that we know to be canon nowadays. But that's fine. He's a big robot guy. The graphics are screen captures from Champions Online, I think. The back of his deck says Heroes of the Multiverse Champions. I guess that was the thing back in 2012. I never played it myself. I don't really know what it is. But along with him, we've got Extreme Prime Warden Sergeant Adept, Magnificent Mara, who is hands down my favorite Cauldron hero, H.E.R.O, and H.E.R.O again because I just really wanted to play her again. We're going to be fighting Anathema in the FNC Continuance Wanderer because this week's letters page was about time-related environments, and the only one that I hadn't played previously was the quote Out of Time, which you can't get more out of time than the FSC Continuance Wanderer because it doesn't exist. Starting us off, Anathema has a Carapace helmet, reduced damage dealt to this card by 1, villain targets are immune to damage dealt by environment cards, that's fine by me. The Whip Tendril, in the villain turn, he deals each hero target 2 projectile damage, and if you take damage this way, you have to destroy an equipment card. That's nasty. Knuckle Dragger, at the end of the villain turn, he deals the hero with the highest HP, H+1 melee damage. If that hero takes damage this way, they must destroy one of their ongoing cards. And Metabolic Armor, increased damage dealt by villain targets by 1. That's gotta go. At the end of the villain turn, all villain targets regain 1 hit point. And of course, there are 4 other villain targets in play. Anathema's immune to damage, so we have to kill those before we can get to him. So he's gonna start us off. Rampage. Anathema deals the hero with the most cards in hand 5 melee damage. That's going to be H.E.R.O. We'll start the next villain turn, increase damage dealt by villain targets by 1, and reduce damage dealt to villain targets by 1. Oh, shit. He's going to knock us apart. Well, okay. He doesn't do anything by himself. Whip Tendril. He hits everybody for 4. Thank God we don't have anything out. Knuckle Dragger. He hits the highest for 6, 7, 8. It's Gyrosaur. And they'll heal 1, but they have medallion damage. Okay. Oh, boy. Alright, so what we're going to try and do is get rid of the Whip Tendril and the armor first, because those are really nasty. So, I'll start with Inventive Preparation, and he will hit Magnificent Mara for 2. Put Mystical Enhancement on Gyrosaur. I've never quite figured out if that card is not supposed to be playable on heroes, but a hero is a card, therefore you can do it. And then she will pull the string. Yeah, we'll deal the Whip Tendril 1 psychic damage, which it takes none, but then it deals another target 1, 2, 3 melee damage reduced to 2. Alright, glimpse of things to come. Reveals Enhanced Senses. Yeesh. Draw a card and play a card. And I'm playing Hand is Faster Than the Eye. That's going to get rid of one of the limbs for us. Just flat out get rid of it. And I think it'll be the Whip Tendril. And then she'll do the same thing. Hit the Whip Tendril for nothing, and it hits the armor for 2. H.E.R.O will start off by playing a Taser Beam. Now his base power is a symbol. Play a module card. Most of his stuff is modules. The power on the Taser says H.E.R.O deals a target 2 lightning damage. Will start of your next turn, reduce all damage dealt by that target by 1. So he's going to hit Anathema for nothing, because Anathema's immune to damage still, but will reduce his damage by 1, because nothing says you have to deal damage for that to work. This may, in fact, be a poorly constructed character. We're going to find out. Summon Staff. And then Fire Blast and hit the armor for 4, and then I can finish it off with Pyre for 1. Boom. Alright, so one of those +1s goes away. And now Anathema is no longer immune to damage. I'll start off with Terrifying Momentum. H.E.R.O deals a target X melee damage, where X is 2 times the number of crash cards in your hand. That is currently 4. I have 2 crash cards. They're both the same. If X is more than 4, which it's not, we don't have to worry. Go ahead and hit Anathema for 3. And then I have at least 2 crash cards in my hand, so she deals up to 3 targets 2 melee damage each, which will be 1. Draw a card. Okay, all the wipeouts. So, Continuance Wanderer, what do you got for us? Time Freeze. When this card is played, each player discards their hand and draws 3 cards. Ugh, that really sucks for H.E.R.O. At the end of the environment turn, destroy this card. Okay. Alright, these bonuses go away. Okay, he flips if there are no other targets, so we want to leave at least one thing in play. And it's Enhanced Senses. When this card enters play, destroy all other head cards, so he heals 2. Change the type of all damage to Sonic. That's interesting. Every hero card enters play, this card deals that hero character 1 Sonic damage. Okay, that needs to go now, too. So, Whip Tendril activates its end of turn effect. We're going to destroy it, and then destroy hand is faster than the eye. Knuckle Dragger. It's the highest for 6 reduced to 5. That would be H.E.R.O. And he has to destroy an ongoing card, but that's an equipment. And that's it. Okay, so it's whenever it enters play. So we want to not play too much. Takes a damage. We want to start attacking Anathema, and we probably want to get rid of the head. Alright, I will hit Ra for 2 Sonic damage. So he'll play Staff of Ra, means he heals 3 and then takes 1 from the head, so he heals 2. And then he'll use his power to deal 3 damage to the head. Abracadabra, that'll be useful. When a non-character card belonging to another hero is destroyed, you may return to that player's hand. If you do, destroy this card. When this card is destroyed, one player may play a card. She will pull the string on the head and have it hit Anathema for 1. Draw a card. Okay, the -1 wears off, but that was really useful. Okay, Field Recon. First he takes a damage. Reveal the top card of each hero deck and either discard or replace it. You may draw a card. And draw it. Got another Abracadabra. We'll keep that. Discard that. That sounds useful. He drew his card, so we're good. Now we'll hit Anathema for 2 and reduce his damage again, because that's really freaking useful. Here, draws card. Alright, do we want to do... Yeah, we want to do it. Imbued Fire. Takes damage. So now we can say, you know, hero damage is Sonic, and then it's converted to Fire, and then it's increased by 1. And if I don't want it increased by 1, I can let it be Sonic instead. Alright, 2, 3, 4 damage to Anathema. We'll let H.E.R.O take out the head. She's only got 1 crash card. Yeah, I think Hidden Detour is a good idea. Okay, when this card enters play, first she takes a damage, and then she regains 2 hit points. Then reveal the top card of the environment deck and place it beneath this card. Cards beneath this one are not considered in play. When an environment card would enter play, you may first switch it with the card beneath this one. So we will reveal Paradox Intrusion, a time monster. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP, H energy damage. Okay, there are definitely worse things than that in this deck. And I think the ruling was you get to see what the card is before you make the decision. Her power, let's see, I do not have 2 crash cards in hand, so I'm going to draw 2 cards total. Still don't have 2 crash cards. That's amazing. Alright, Continuance Wanderer, what do you got for us? Paradox Intrusion. Okay. Oh, and you know what? H.E.R.O didn't finish off the head. Oops. Alright, hits the highest for 5 Sonic damage. Anathema. Doppelganger Strike. The hero target with the highest HP deals the hero character with the lowest HP X toxic damage, where X is the number of villain targets in play. So that's 3. Hero dealt damage this way must discard 3 cards. Oh, shit. So, the lowest is Argent Adept, the highest is Magnificent Mara or Ra. We'll say it's Magnificent Mara because she doesn't have +2 damage. So, 3 toxic, and we'll say it's Sonic. Goes Fire first, then Sonic, and he has to discard his hand. That really sucks. And play the top card. Bone Cleaver. Destroy all other arm cards except for the one with the highest HP. So he's got 2 arms again. Alright, Knuckle Dragger. It's the highest for 5 melee damage, and they destroy an ongoing. I'm actually going to destroy Imbued Fire, because that's keeping me from playing things with H.E.R.O. In the villain turn, Anathema deals the hero target with the lowest HP 3 melee damage. That target took damage this way, cannot deal damage until the start of the next villain turn. Oh, that sucks, because that's Argent Adept, and he needs to be able to deal damage to do his shit. Fuck. Alright, he skips the draw too. Okay, Smoke and Mirrors. I'm going to hit this and have it kill that head. And we should probably get rid of the Bone Cleaver too. Tangle Coil Binding. Snare. Play this card next to a non-hero target. That target cannot deal damage. At the start of your turn, if this card is next to a character card, destroy this card. So you can play it next to the villain, and then they bust out after a round. That's pretty reasonable. Got 5 HP. If that target leaves play, destroy this card. Alright, I don't have any modules, so I'm going to go ahead and hit him for 2 again. Keep that -1 on him, but he can't deal damage. That will help. Alright, Scorched Earth. Base of 1 increased to 2. And then he's going to throw the staff. 4 damage. That would take out the Knuckle Dragger. Let's hit the Bone Cleaver. I'm more worried about that. And draw a card. Alright, I'm going to play Wrecking Ball. When this card enters play, H.E.R.O deals each target 1 melee damage. Drops the Bone Cleaver. Increased damage dealt to environment targets by 1, which means it takes 2. I don't have any crash cards in hand, so she's just going to draw 2. What does it have? Temporal Slipstream. When this card enters play, select a hero. That hero skips the next turn. At the end of the environment turn, destroy this card. Don't think I want that right now. So we're going to take a shortcut. Oh no, there's a time monster. Well, this is going to do a lot of damage. 5 to the highest twice. Let's prevent one of those. 5 to the highest once. Okay, he can't deal damage. Razor Scales. That's a good thing. First time a villain target is dealt damage each turn, this card deals the source of that damage, 2 melee damage. Oh, so that deals the damage. Trying to beat on that for a while. But he can't Knuckle Drag us. That's good. Silver Shadow. Who's got a card they would like to play? We're going to have her play Hyperspin, which lets her play a card. We'll play Reckless Alien Racing Tortoise. During your turn, if you ever have more than 3 crash cards in your hand, immediately use this card's power and then destroy it. The power is H.E.R.O deals a target X+1 melee damage, where X is the number of crash cards in your hand. That's pretty straightforward, but also kind of cool. Increased damage dealt by H.E.R.O to non-hero targets by 1. If you would draw a crash card, play it instead, then destroy all copies of Hyperspin. Alright, he can draw a card or play a card. I think I'm actually going to do this. Get the bell out. Draw a card. And then he's going to use Shu's Bell to give himself, and we'll say Gyrosaur, some defense, and then we will have somebody play a card. How about Ra? Summon those staffs. Summon another one. Oh, that's it? There are no more. Oh, that's right, he discarded 1. Well, he gets to draw a card. And then Staff of Ra. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to do Smoke and Mirrors again, because that was very helpful. Here's a good idea. We'll pull the string on that time monster, have it hit the Razor Scales for 1 melee damage, and then the Razor Scales will kill it. Fun times. And she draws a card. Alright, transfer power to weapons. Increased damage dealt by hero by 2, increased damage dealt to hero by 2, so it's basically Bloody Knuckles. Oh, right, and the snare goes away. We're going to put the -1 on this, so that'll hit it for 4 lightning damage, and take 2, 3, 4, 3 in return. That's worth it, but that'll let us get rid of it a little faster. Okay, Ra plays Flame Spike. 2 fire damage. And then base power will do 3 damage. I'll hit that for 4. And then throw the staff at the Razor Scales, which gets rid of it. Which I guess I didn't need to use Hero's thing on it, but whatever. Draw a card. Okay, I've got 1 crash card in hand. This is not helpful. Let's do Protective Escort. Draw 2 cards. First one is not a crash card. Second one is a crash card. It goes into play. Gyrosaur deals up to X targets 4 melee damage each, then deals yourself X melee damage, where X is 1 plus the number of crash cards in your hand. So that's still just 1. So X is 2, so deal 2 targets 4 melee damage. We'll kill this and hit him for 4. Oh, 5. And then she hits herself for 2, reduced to 1. Awesome. And then Hyperspin is destroyed. That was the second card draw. Select a target and a damage type. The target is immune to that damage type until the start of your next turn. We will select Magnificent Mara and Melee. So when that Knuckle Dragger goes off, it doesn't hurt her. Power. I mean, I could draw more cards, or I could just use this power because that's cool. So we use Reckless Alien Racing Tortoise and deal 2 melee damage to Anathema. Prehistoric Mammoth. This card is immune to damage dealt by targets with less than 10 hit points. That's an interesting effect. In the environment turn, this card deals each hero target 3 melee damage. Ow. Well, the hero takes 5. Mara is immune. Gyrosaur and Argent Adept each take 2. Okay. Anathema. Explosive Transformation. Anathema deals each hero target 1 projectile damage. Soaks it. Hero takes 3. I hope he has a way to heal. Argent Adept soaks it. Reveal the top H cards of the villain deck. Put the first revealed arm, body, and head into play. Shuffle the others into the villain deck. Head. Can't senses again. That's it. Well, that could have been worse, I guess. Okay. That means we'll damage the Sonic again, which means Mara's going to get hit. 6 damage. She will destroy Mystical Enhancement because she's got another one and it's limited. Foof. Okay. Silver Shadow. First he takes damage. Okay, hero can't play anything while that's out, so we have to kill it somehow. Aha! a Mary Chase. She doesn't have the -1 either. So the head hits her for 1 sonic damage. Whenever a target deals damage to Gyrosaur, all other hero targets become immune to damage dealt by that target until this card leaves play. So now we're all immune to the damage dealt by the head. Now we have a chance to get rid of. Fantastic. Only lasts a round, but that's great. He can draw a card or play a card. I think he will draw a card. And then Bell again, put it on H.E.R.O and himself. And then who wants to play a card? I think we'll have Mara play Improbable Escape. That sounds like a good idea. Draw a card. Alright, Mystical Enhancement. We're going to put that on Reckless Alien Racing Tortoise. Because I'm not doing great for friggin' crash cards right now, so... And then I'll hit the head and have it hit Anathema. Draw a card. Alright, this goes away. Oh boy. Medical Droid. This sounds like a great idea. Then if you turn up to 3 hero targets, regain a hit point each. That sounds like a really great idea. I'll go ahead and zap him, reduce his damage, draw a card, then we'll heal H.E.R.O, Argent Adept, and Mara. Inferno. 3 damage to the head, 1 to Anathema, 2 to the Mammoth, and then finish off the head. Fantastic. Good job, Gyrosaur. Mary Chase goes away. Well, you know, now's the time to play this. Indiscriminate Pass. If you have at least 1 crash card in your hand, I don't, Gyrosaur deals another hero target 2 melee damage. Gyrosaur deals 1 non-hero target 4 melee damage. And then we will use Reckless Alien Racing Tortoise, gets a +1. So I have no crash cards in hand, so that's 2 melee damage again. That's fine. Alright. Temporal Reversal. When this card enters play, place 1 card in play from each other deck back on top of that deck. End of the environment turn, destroy this card. You know what? I would rather skip a turn because that would cause Anathema to flip. So we take a shortcut and, oh no, there's a Temporal Slipstream. I think Gyrosaur will skip her next turn. It deals each hero target 3 melee damage. Cripes. Okay, Smoke and Mirrors, we're going to avoid the damage to H.E.R.O, and then Temporal Slipstream goes away. Okay, Anathema. Biofeedback. Whenever Anathema deals damage to a hero target, he regains a hit point. E. Whenever an arm, body, or head is destroyed by a hero target, Anathema deals himself 2 psychic damage. Oh, really? Interesting trade-off. I like that. I don't think I've ever seen that card before. And he's going to hit the highest for 5. That's Gyrosaur. I will destroy Hidden Detour, and then the card under it goes into the trash. Rhapsody of Vigor. Remember, Gyrosaur is skipping her turn. He will transfer the... Actually, I'm going to put the damage reduction on Ra and H.E.R.O. And then, who wants to play a card? How about Gyrosaur, since he's skipping her turn this round? Play that other Hidden Detour. And he draws a card. Okay, you know what? We need to see more of H.E.R.O.'s deck, so we will play Mix It Up. Destroy a H.E.R.O. ongoing card, equipment card, or environment card. You reveal the top 2 cards of the associated deck, put 1 into play, and discard the other. We destroyed his thing that's making the game a lot easier. Oh, that's really good. Hazard alert sensors. Reduce damage dealt by environment cards by 1. Let's see if we can get rid of that thing, though. Discard the other. It gives him the power to reveal the top card of the environment deck and either discard or replace it. This card enters play, destroy all other head cards in play. Alright, that's fine. And then she will pull the string on Anathema and have him hit the Mammoth for 1, I guess. Alright, H.E.R.O. plays Energy Conversion Unit. This is a body module. The first time H.E.R.O. is dealt damage each turn, H.E.R.O. deals a target that much energy damage. This card enters play, destroy all the body cards in play. Okay, I don't have any more modules in hand, so I guess I'll use the Hazard Alert sensors. Reveal the top card of the environment deck. It's another prehistoric behemoth. Let's replace that, because... Oh, actually, that should have gone under Hidden Detour. I forgot to do that. Also, she heals too. I forgot it does that. So now we reveal Combat Cyborg. Reduce damage dealt to environment targets by 2. It's the non-environment target. You know what? That's fine. We will replace that. And draw a card, and then the droid heals H.E.R.O. and Argent Adept, and how about itself? Just a little bit more. That's good. Ra plays a Staff of Ra. 3 damage to Anathema. But yeah, and his -1 goes away. Gyrosaur skips her turn. Hey, it's Combat Cyborg. Who saw that coming? So reduce damage dealt to environment targets by 2. So the environment has -1 at the moment. Deals each hero target 3, reduced to 2 melee damage. Hey, he took a damage, so he can deal a target 1 energy damage. Let's go ahead and hit Anathema. And then the Combat Cyborg deals the non-environment target with the lowest HP 3 projectile damage. Oh, that's the droid. Damn. I think we will abracadabra that, because that was really nice. So that goes back in his hand, and somebody can play a card now. I'm liking the idea of Scorched Earth. I think that's a good out-of-turn play. So 2, 3 damage to everything. Boom, he deals himself 2 psychic damage. He's gonna flip, but hopefully that'll be okay. And then 3, so 2 damage to each of these. And that's the environment turn. So Anathema flips to Exposed Mutant. Start of the villain turn, play the top card of the villain deck. At the end of the turn, if there are any other villain targets in play, he flips back. He gets card play right now. Doppelganger Strike. Hero with the highest HP deals the hero target lowest HP, X toxic damage, where X is 1. Okay, that could be worse. So that's Ra hits Hero for a grand total of 1. Means Hero can deal the target 1, he'll hit Anathema, but he also has to discard 3 cards. Play the top card of the villain deck. This is the start of the villain turn. Stuff of Nightmares. Whenever a villain target enters play, that target deals the hero target with the second lowest HP 2 psychic damage. Yeesh. Okay, so now he plays a card regularly. Explosive Transformation. Anathema deals each hero target 1 projectile damage. Deal the top H cards. Oh boy, this is gonna suck. Oh shoot, and he's supposed to be healing every time he deals damage. That's 3 HP. That's all the damage he's done so far. So he gets a head. Reflex Booster. Hero target with the second lowest 2 psychic damage. That is Argent Adept. He gets the Heavy Carapace. Reduce damage dealt to villain targets by 2. Shit. So much for things being easy, or, you know, close to ending. And then that deals the second lowest 2 psychic damage, which is Hero. He can deal a target 1 energy damage, which won't actually get through any of the DR. That sucks. And then the Thresher Claw. That deals the second lowest 2 psychic damage. That's Argent Adept, who is saved by Improbable Escape. When this card or any of your ongoing cards are destroyed, you may draw a card. Oh, she should have drawn one for Abracadabra as well. Okay, shuffle the rest back in. End of the villain turn, he flips. He's not immune to damage. May as well be immune to damage because he's got so much damage reduction at the moment. Play the top card of the villain deck. Stuff of Nightmares again. That's terrible. Anathema deals the 3 heroes with the highest HP 3 toxic damage each. Oh boy. And he heals 3. Shit. Aspiring Super Tonic. Gonna keep up the damage reduction where it is, and he will heal 2. One more round and I can start healing everybody, but it's gonna be too late. Okay, Calpack of Mysteries. Reveal the top card of each other hero deck. One player may put the revealed card into their hand or into play. Players should discard the others. If a card is put into play this way, destroy this card. We're probably gonna play something. Gee, that would be useful since he can't deal a lot of damage right now. Scorched Earth again, which would just barely get through the damage reduction. Hyperspin, that could be really useful. Discard that. I think we'll go with Scorched Earth, much as I would like to get that armor in play. Okay, so Scorched Earth, 3 damage to everything. That's 1 damage to all the villain targets, and 2 damage to that, which then drops this and reduces his damage to 2, but that's still enough to do 3 damage and kill that. Alright, hey, that cleaned everything up. And then the Calpack is destroyed. Draw a card. People are going to start dying soon. Let's see, salvage. Well, no, I want that thing that's coming, so we're going to play the medical droid. And then use the heads. Vortex Surge. Heroes cannot use powers when another environment card enters play. Destroy this card. Oh yeah, I can discard that. That's a really powerful ability. Alright, he got his thing. Imbued Fire. We're going to get through that freaking damage reduction somehow. 2, 3, 4 damage will do 2 to something. Man, I mean, we're really close to killing Anathema. That's limited. Okay, so I'll play Read the Terrain. Start of your turn, reveal the top card of your deck and replace or discard it. Power, if Gyrosaur deals no damage this turn, increase damage dealt by Gyrosaur during your next turn to non-hero targets by 1. I think I will just leave that alone. Reckless Alien Racing Tortoise, because that'll do 1, 2, 3 with the damage increase, so she can do a damage to something. Hit Anathema and draw that Hyperspin. Vortex Glitch. Heroes cannot play cards. What's under here? Another Behemoth. That's going to kill people. Okay, we're going to not be able to play cards for a while. Now I wish I'd gone with the can't use powers one. Shit. Alright, Anathema. Thresher Claw. Enters play. Nothing else is destroyed. He's going to knock everybody out. That hits Gyrosaur for 2 and kills her. Wait, no it doesn't. I forgot to heal at the end of Hero's turn. So she should have 3 HP instead of 2, so she takes 2, and then it hits, because the second one, it hits Hero for 2, reduced to 1, he can deal a target 1 damage, but it won't get through anything. Well, 2 damage, still won't get through anything. Alright, play the top card of the deck. Heavy Carapace, well that doesn't help. He heals 2, that hits the second lowest for 2, and that's either Hero or Gyrosaur, and we're going to sacrifice Gyrosaur because we're showing off Hero's deck. So, once again, and then it deals the second lowest 2 psychic damage. Will hit Mara, I guess. It probably doesn't matter. Okay, he's dealing the 3 heroes with the highest HP, 3 toxic damage each. That kills Mara. Yeah, and it's heroes, not hero targets, so he's not going to hit the drone. Shit. And he heals 3. And then he does it again and kills Argent Adept and Hero. Oh good, destroy an environment card. That's important. And he heals 3 more. And that's it. That's his turn. We can't play cards. But I can sure as heck use powers. I will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 damage to Anathema. Uses his damage reduction. That's unfortunate. I think being immune to damage from the environment would actually be very useful. So Ra's immune to damage from the environment. Destroy an environment card. Hey, just in time. Okay, Flesh of the Sun God, not that it's going to do anything. 2 damage to Anathema. And then select a non-character target. Oh, shit. Non-character. Increase damage dealt to that target by 1 until the start of your next turn. I'm going to have him draw a card. Oh, that was a good idea. Here's hoping he lives long enough to use it. He probably won't. Superimposed realities. When this card enters play, select a hero. Well, I wonder. That hero may play an extra 4 cards, draw an extra 4 cards, and use an extra 4 powers on their next turn. All the heroes skip their next turn. So that means I don't get any more in-cap powers. In the environment turn, destroy this card. Okay, so he gets superimposed, but he's going to die, so it won't matter. My only hope is that a whip tendril comes into play. Like, that's literally it. Oh, look, a whip tendril. Destroy all the arm cards except for the one with the highest HP. Okay, that means he heals 2. And Stuff of Nightmares has no effect now. There is no hero target with the second lowest HP, because that necessitates there being 2 hero targets. Hooray for TPK! The head plays the top card. Bone Cleaver. Oh shit, that's bad. Up the Thresher Claw, which means he heals 2. Alright, the Whip Tendril. Anathema hits him for 2 projectile damage, and he destroys an equipment card. There goes all of his excellent damage dealing. Bone Cleaver hits him for 3 melee damage, and he can't deal damage until the start of the villain turn. So that's it. That's the game. Because all the heroes skip their turns. He can skip his turn to draw 5 cards. And then what does this do? Temporal Acceleration. When this card enters play the top card of each deck in turn order, starting with the villain deck. Okay. Rampage. And dead. I knew I shouldn't have played a Cauldron villain in a Cauldron environment. That's okay. I was going for theme. As for H.E.R.O, well, didn't get to see a whole lot of his deck, to be perfectly honest. Let's see what else he's got. Let's see, he's got a module installation, which lets him search for modules. Salvage is reset. He's got transfer power to shields, which is an inverse Bloody Knuckles. Prevents him from dealing damage, but allows him to turtle for a round. That Taser Beam was really nice. Targeting Computer, which increases damage he deals by 1. That would have been nice. Jet Boots, which I had in my hand and didn't use, makes him immune to damage from the environment, but he has to deal himself damage to keep it in play, which is weird. Hyper Assault, which is knives for the greater good. Yeah, the reinforced armor is, a Tamoko. Energy Beam. Hero deals a target 4 energy damage. That's actually pretty good. And the way I get the feeling his deck plays is you get, your 2 arm modules and your head and your body out, and then you're kind of hurting for powers. So he's got that 1 card that lets him draw an extra card, play an extra card, and use an extra power. He's got these core modules. This one lets him play an additional card. There's one that lets him use an additional power. This one makes his damage irreducible. That's cool. Destroy an ongoing or environment card. Boy, I sure could use that. Each hero target regains a hit point. Yeah, where was that when I needed it? Shit. Adaptive Shielding, which is kind of like the Omnitron card. Flamethrower deals up to 3 targets 2 fire damage each. I get the feeling that his arm cards are fairly strong, and if you were able to play a game and get him fully set up, he might be a little overpowered. I just didn't get anything terribly useful. This is a droid that deals 3 energy damage at the end of your turn. Tactical Missiles, destroy a target with 3 or fewer HP. Increase hero's HP recovery by 1. That's probably not that useful. And that's about it. So, that's H.E.R.O. That's the FSC Continuance Wanderer. It's a very dangerous place. That's Anathema. I usually don't have that much difficulty with him, but the late game damage reduction I just could not do anything about. That was pretty fun though. So, as always, Tabletop Simulator, the Reaver Sentinels and Cauldron DLC, and Stuffalo's Community Custom Deck DLC are not official Greater Than Games products. Please support the official release. And flip.